Greetings everyone. My name is Thami Mbongo. Mbongo mbuyisa ungqaleza undima usondisa umvemnyama. Ozala wako khumalo mdungwa omdletshe. Let me give you a short background of our online show, which is called State of the Arts with Thami Mbongo, right? This show is part of a program planned by the Creative Passport, which is a registered company by 5 directors. Amongst the directors, there is Slovo Mpaka, who is a visual artist and has been doing amazing work for many artists throughout South Africa and abroad. There's also Tsepo Theodore Muhlali from Mpumalanga, who's a public arts artist and also performer. There's Pakama Olutisoko, arts administrator. There's Yul Hetman, choreographer, actor, dancer, and myself. You know, we decided to form a company and registered it formally after the NAC 60 days sit-in, where different artists came to act together. Want to say thanks to Sis Bongile for making us connect, you know, because we connected during the sit-in about the state of the arts with Thami Mbongo show. I've been engaging with several arts practitioners and wanting to do a television show that specifically look at the state of the arts, especially in South Africa. I tried to pitch it to several people, wrote, I even applied to several people, but they could not understand. So we wrote a compilation with great assistance from Ismail Mohammed, which was titled at the time The Creative Passport, Your Guide to Cultural Institutions Act. During COVID-19, obviously, we had time to digest everything. Was thinking ways to convert the compilation into an online show. We applied to NAC. They did not understand the application, but nevertheless, my belief has always been, just like our South African Constitution, I strongly believe every South African artist need to know how the Cultural Institution Act works, so that you can be able to defend yourself, you know. The compilation we did, it had a different section, and section A was dealing about legislative structures and systems, right? The Cultural Institution Act number 119 of 1998. We needed to unpack that so that artists understand it. The Minister of Arts, Sports, Arts and Culture, the portfolio Parliament portfolio for Sports, Arts and Culture, the National Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, the Provincial MEC, the Provincial Department. Wanted to unpack what is their role and what is it that they are supposed to do, so that grassroots level artists and every artist know. And then in section B, we're dealing with funding, the Public Finance Management Act, the National Arts Council Act, the National Film and Video Foundation, Business Arts South Africa, BASA, Mzansi Golden Economy Fund, Debit Fund, Relief Fund, Provincial Arts Council. And in this section, we were dealing about unpacking the funding so that every artist understand how does the funding works in South Africa. And then in section C, we're dealing with what we call performing arts agencies. Like you've got the declared public arts agencies like South African State Theatre, Artscape, Peckoffs, Playhouse, Market Theatre, and Windy Brow used to be declared, but now it's under Market Theatre. And recently there is Nelson Mandela Bay in Eastern Cape that has been declared. We wanted people to understand how these structures work and what is their mandate. And then in section D, we're looking at the revised white paper on arts, culture and heritage, which was also adopted by the Parliament. and DSEC is taking forever to implement it. And we look at the policy proposal of that in terms of theater, dance, and music, so that we understand what is it that we are not doing. We understand why we are not moving, because we always talk about regulating the country, and the starting point, that revised white paper is a good starting point. And then in last section, we look at the organizations and movements in South Africa that are currently involved and were formed, like for example the South African Guild of Actors, SAGA, Theatre Benevolent Fund, TPF. There was a union, it was called Creators Workers Union of South Africa, because everyone keeps on asking why we don't have a union in this industry. We look at cultural creative industry of South Africa, SIFSA, which has become like everyone is concerned about it. For the arts, South African Music Industry Council, we look at SAMRO and various other structures that exist, STAND and TADA and blah blah blah. This is why in State of the Art we are inviting guests to engage and talk about their involvement in the sector, while we are covering some of the above topics, while we are getting to know the role players in the industry more. That's why we invite guests and we speak to them. The show will be exclusive to YouTube. That's why we always encourage people to subscribe. We have various plans for shows and programs for other platforms that we will reveal later on. Like for example, Tsepo and Olwetu are working on a new show. It's called Gossip Fellas, which cover gossip in cultural and creative industry. We understand. And Slovo, who redesigned the entire look, will bring some visual arts and installation elements, which might end up to a new show. We don't know. While Yul might be bringing us dance classes and lessons, so that we can be actively more. So we've got more plans as the creative platform. We will use our YouTube channel to always showcase the work done by the company, whether performance, exhibition, installation, films, workshop, classes, webinar, as long as they are in line with cultural and creative industry. So that's why we're asking you to please do subscribe on this channel. Those who have subscribed already, engage with us on the comment and like button or dislike. Let's empower each other by building the cultural and creative industries, especially in South Africa. So if you've got any question, engage with us, ask us. We are there. Creative Passport is planning to make an impact in the industry. We are not here to impress anyone, but we are here to make an impact in the cultural and creative industry, especially in South Africa. Thank you very much.